welcome to this video! Together, we are gonna see how to play Batman Gotham City Chronicles, a game by Fredori and published by Monolith. Batman is an asymmetrical game. You will play missions, with dedicated objectives for each side. One player will take the role of the villain, while the other players cooperate and play as the heroes. During the game, heroes will share their turn without pre-established order, interrupting each other to be more efficient. For example, Batman will start by neutralizing this brute. Then, Catwoman will be able to move safely to the bomb and neutralize it. Then Red Hood will act and attack this enemy. Depending on the result of the attack, Batman will choose either to take cover or not. When the heroes don't want to or cannot continue, their turn ends. Then the other side will take their turn, and so on until the end of the game. In Batman Gotham City Chronicles, heroes have boards that we will see together. Each hero has a screen and a Bat tablet that, combined together, form their hero board. A stance marker is placed on it to indicate if the hero is active or resting. The hero board gathers informations about the actions such as the melee attack, the range attack, manipulation, thought, movement. And there are also spaces for the defense and the reroll, which are not actions. For each space, there is a characteristic that can be a die type or move points. And there is also an exertion limit, which indicates the maximum number of energy cubes that can be put here. And this number here is the hero's energy, which indicates the total number of energy cubes the hero starts with. Those energy cubes are placed on 3 different zones: the reserve zone, the fatigue zone, and the wound zone, but only energy cubes placed in the reserve zone are available to perform actions. Further information about the hero boards will be given later. With the heroes board, we are going to have a look at the different actions and the rules for fighting, acting, moving, and so on. Those rules are the same for both sides, but the villain uses a different board that we will see later. An active hero will be able to perform any actions, while a resting hero, on the other hand, can only perform defenses or rerolls. Now, let's take a look at the melee attack action. To perform such an action, I need to be on the same area as my target, like here. Then, I will spend an amount of energy cubes depending on the intensity of the attack I want to carry. Each cube spent this way will give me 1 die corresponding to my melee attack characteristic. For example, with Batman here, I want to knock out the brute, so I will spend 3 energy cubes in melee attack. Then I will have 3 red dice that I will roll, and I get 3 successes. I add to that 1 success due to my martial arts level 1 skill. The brute has an automatic defense of 2, which removes 2 successes from my attack. But that's not enough to save it. So the villain will try to perform a defense by spending 1 energy cube to their defense space, which grants the villain 1 orange die because of their defense characteristic. They roll this die and get 1 success, which is still not enough to save the brute. But the villain will try now to perform a reroll. So they spend 1 energy cube to the reroll space and reroll the defense die. But unfortunately, they get no result at all, so no success. That's bad for the brute, and having only 1 life point, the brute is neutralized. If the villain carries the action, the attack, the defense or the reroll work the same way, except that, for the villain, the attack's intensity is set on their character tile, here. And for the hero, the defense and the reroll appear on their board. The heroes having more than one life point. For each wound they suffer, they will move one energy cube from their fatigue zone to their wound zone. But if the hero don't have any energy cubes left, neither in the fatigue zone or in the spaces, they will take their cubes from their reserve zone and move them to their wound zone. Now let's see the range attack action. To perform one, a hero must carry a ranged weapon, like this one here, and they must have a clear line of sight to their target. A villain's character only needs to have the clear line of sight. To determine if there is a clear line of sight between two areas, you have to draw a straight line without any matter of distance, without this line crossing any obstacles. Obstacles are detailed at the end of the missions book. Then, if the line crosses an obstacle, for example here it crosses the subway, but there is a common letter on the line of sight markers, here the F, then there is still a line of sight between the two areas. Another way to determine if there is a line of sight between two areas is to check if there is an orange area boundary between the two areas. Then there is a line of sight between them. One more thing is that the range attack is affected by hindering. All enemies in the area of the attacker decrease the number of successes of the attack by 1 or more depending on their menace index. But allies in the area of the attacker decrease this hindering by the same number of their own menace index. For example, here there is an enemy menace of 1, but it is cancelled by Catwoman's own menace, which is 1 also. If the attacker is on a higher ground, then they get an elevation bonus of 1 yellow die. Except for that, the range attack works the same way as a melee attack. Batman Gotham City Chronicles missions will challenge you with thought and manipulation actions. There are two kinds of manipulations: automatic manipulations and complex manipulations. Complex manipulations work in a similar way as attacks. You have to spend energy cubes here in order to determine the intensity of the action. Then you roll the dice and you have to obtain a number of successes at least equal to the difficulty of the action to succeed. For example, here Batman needs to obtain at least 6 successes on his manipulation action in order to neutralize the bomb. But complex manipulation is affected by hindering. So here there is an enemy in Batman's area. This enemy has a menace index of 1, which removes 1 success of Batman's complex manipulation. Automatic manipulation, on the other hand, is much simpler. You just have to spend 1 energy cube, and it's always successful. No need to roll any die, it's not affected by hindering. Automatic manipulations are often used to transfer an item from a hero to another. Missions will also challenge you with thought actions. They work the same way as manipulation actions. Here, for example, the mission states that in order to neutralize this computer, you have to perform a complex thought of difficulty 3. So, Catwoman will have to obtain at least 3 successes on her complex thought. Complex thought is also affected by hindering. But automatic thought, on the other hand, is just like automatic manipulation. You just have to spend 1 energy cube. It's always successful. No need to roll any die, and it's not affected by hindering. Now let's talk about movement. The game boards are divided into many areas. Those areas are delimited by area boundaries. Here you can see a white area boundary, here an orange one, and here walls. If needed, you can find all the information you want in the game board's rules at the end of the missions booklet. Moving from one area to another costs 1 move point, but this can be increased by enemy size indexes. You can see it here on the character tile, and also by terrain. This area, for example, is a level 1 difficult terrain, meaning that if Red Hood wants to move out of this area, it costs him not 1 but 2 move points. Miniatures also have move point bonuses for their first movement. You can see it here on a character tile and here on the heroes board. Those move point bonuses must be used during the first movement of the miniature, and every unused move point is lost. For the heroes, those bonuses can be decreased depending on their encumbrance. Here, you can see a revolver with an encumbrance of 1. If Red Hood carries items with a total encumbrance of 4 or 5, then his move point bonus goes from 2 to 1. And if Red Hood carries items with an encumbrance total of 6, which is the maximum for him, by the way, then his move point bonus goes from 2 to 0. Here, if I want to move Red Hood 3 areas away in order to reach the bomb, then I will start by using his move point bonus of 2, going there and reaching an enemy. This enemy has a size index of 1. Therefore, in order to move out of this area, I will need to spend 1 extra move point. I put 2 cubes in my movement space and have 2 extra move points, so I can use it in order to leave this area. In this game, there are many elevation levels, rooftops, floors, and if you want to go from one elevation level to another, you will have to perform special movements. Those special movements are detailed in the game board's rules at the end of the mission's booklet. Here, Batman is at a higher elevation level than his opponent, so he will be able to fall down on him. To do that, there are 2 possibilities. Batman can perform a fall or a climb. Climbing can be performed in both ways. If Batman wants to climb down, then this is a level 2 climb, as detailed in the game board's rules. So, this will raise the cost of Batman by 2 move points. So, Batman will need to spend 3 move points to do this movement. But Batman can also fall down. This works just as a simple move. It costs 1 move point here, but it could have cost more if there would have been enemies in the starting area. On the other hand, falling has a cost, which is that this is a level 2 fall, as indicated in the game board's rules. So I will take 2 yellow dice and roll them. I get 2 successes, meaning that Batman will suffer 2 wounds. Be careful, wounds don't go by the defense step. In this game, when a player rolls dice, they can always reroll them, by paying it, of course. So if I want, I can pay for rerolls and try to obtain fewer successes, and for Batman to suffer fewer wounds. On other maps, you can also perform jumps. Jumps are detailed in the game board's rules, and they work the same as climbs. At the end of the heroes and the villains' turn, the heroes will take all their cubes from their spaces and move them to their fatigue zone, like this. At the beginning of their turn, each hero has to declare if they are active or resting for this turn. For example, if Batman is active, he will recover 2 energy cubes. On the other hand, if he is resting, he will recover 6 energy cubes. Those cubes are taken from the fatigue zone and moved to the reserve zone. If there are not enough cubes in the fatigue zone, the remaining cubes are taken from the wound zone and moved to the fatigue zone. Now, let's take a closer look at the villain side. The villain doesn't use a board for their characters, but they have a command post to rule them all. The most important part of the command post is the river. The river is used to activate one or several characters thanks to their tile. To activate a tile, the villain has to spend a number of energy cubes indicated above the tile by the river. These cubes are taken from the reserve zone and moved to the fatigue zone. Once activated, the tile is moved at the end of the river, and all the other tiles are shifted to the left, thus decreasing their activation cost. The villain can activate up to 2 tiles per turn. Activating a tile means that all of the characters corresponding to this tile will be activated in any order depending on the villain's will. When activated, a character will be able to perform an action, an attack, a manipulation, a thought, depending on the characteristics indicated by their tile. The character will be able to perform a movement, either before or after the action. For this movement, the character will benefit from their move point bonus, indicated here by the tile. The villain can also buy more move points for the characters they are currently activating by spending energy cubes to the movement space. Once a character has been activated, there is no turning back to the previous character's activation. Those spaces you can see here are used by the villain to perform defenses, rerolls, and to buy extra move points. The numbers here are the exertion limit of those spaces, and they indicate the maximum number of energy cubes the villain can put there. These are the life points track. They are used to track the life points of the special characters controlled by the villain. Here, for example, the villain controls Bane, who starts with 6 life points. The event tile is a special tile, with effects described in each mission. Most of the time, you will get reinforcement points in order to bring back neutralized characters into the game. When all the characters of a tile are neutralized, then their tile is also neutralized. For this, you will take the tile and put it at the end of the river, neutralized face up. If characters from this tile must come back in the game, then the villain will take this tile and put it normal face up. At any time, the villain can dredge their river by removing a neutralized tile from it, thus decreasing the activation cost for the other tiles. To dredge the river, the villain must remove permanently 2 energy cubes from their fatigue zone. Once per game, the villain can demobilize a tile. This tile needs to be a henchman or elite level tile. To find the level of a tile, you just have to look at the stripes here. 1 stripe means this is a henchman level tile. 2 stripes mean this is an elite level tile. When demobilizing the tile, the villain will also remove from the game all the according miniatures. Plus, they will remove permanently 2 energy cubes from their fatigue zone. The upkeep villain step is performed at the beginning of the villain's turn. Then, all energy cubes from their spaces are moved to their fatigue zone. This means that all energy cubes used during the villain's turn will count in the exertion limit of their spaces even during the hero's turn. Then, still at the beginning of the villain's turn, the villain will recover energy cubes. The villain will take them from their fatigue zone and put them in their reserve zone. Thus, the number of energy cubes recovered will depend on the recovery value that you can see here. In Batman Gotham City Chronicles, you will find all the information you need to play your missions presented the same way. Here, for example, you can find the title of the mission with an introduction text. Here is the setup diagram. On it you will find the miniatures you will have to put, the cards, the token, etc. Everything that needs to be on the board at the beginning of the game. You can see here a brute with chains, here an owl with handgun, also the tokens. So here is a reinforcement token. Here are bomb tokens. This is an item card that needs to be put in an area. This is a computer miniature, and here and there are the areas where heroes needs to be put at the beginning of the game. So if my first hero is Batman, then I will put Batman's miniature here. Here you can find the miniatures, tokens, cards, etc. that you will need during the game. Those can be ones you already put on the board, but like the bomb miniatures, those can be miniatures, tokens, etc. you will need during the game. Here you can find the initiative. If this symbol is blue, then the hero side has the initiative. But if the symbol is grey, then the villain side has the initiative. You can also see the endgame conditions. When an endgame condition is met, the game immediately ends. For example, in this mission, the game ends at the end of the hero's turn 7, or when there are 4 bombs that are neutralized. When an endgame condition is met, then you have to look at the victory conditions here. They state in this mission that if 1 or 0 bombs are primed, so if 1 or 0 miniature of bombs are present on the board, then the heroes win. But if 2 or more bomb miniatures are present on the board, then the villain wins. On the next page, you will find the hero side composition. For each hero space, you will have to choose among the heroes offered. So, for the first hero, I will have to choose among Batman and René Montoya. Then, each hero will have to transfer, before the beginning of the game, a number of energy cubes depending on this, so 5 energy cubes from their reserve zone to their fatigue zone. This mission booklet also states how to set up the command post. So here you can find the recovery token, the number of energy cubes that has to be put in the reserve zone, and the number that needs to be put in the fatigue zone. You also have the reverse composition, so the tiles and their order at the beginning of the game, and you also have here tiles and characters that need to be set aside at the beginning of the game in order to maybe be used during the game. You also have here the events. When the villain activates the event tile, the villain will have to choose between the 2 events presented here. And last but not least, you have here the special rules. So here it is stated that in order to prime a bomb, a villain's character needs to be in a bomb tokens area and perform a complex manipulation of difficulty 3. In case of success, the bomb token is replaced by a bomb miniature. Also, the villain can remotely activate bombs. For this, a villain's character needs to be in a computer's area and perform a complex thought of difficulty 3. So, the heroes can also perform those kind of actions. For example, a hero in the area of a computer can perform a complex thought of difficulty 3 in order to neutralize it. And a hero in the area of a bomb token or a bomb miniature can neutralize it. For this, the hero needs to perform a complex manipulation of difficulty 6. And in case of success, the bomb is neutralized. So now I will finish the setup and we will be able to play the first mission to sink a city. So let's jump into it! Okay, so now you know more about Batman Gotham City Chronicles. So we're gonna start a game. We are joined by Anna.
Hi.
Hi. And we are gonna play to sink a city, the first mission. So you chose the heroes and you chose Batman, Red Hood and Catwoman as your heroes. I will play the villain. As a reminder, I have to prime bombs in order to win the mission. I need, at the end of your Severance turn, to have at least 2 bombs primed. So you will have to prevent me from doing this. I can see that you already chose your bad gadgets, so I think we're ready to go.
Let's go.
Okay, your turn. So, yeah,
We're
good.
moving the marker. So I will play my 3 heroes for this first turn. So I want Catwoman to neutralize this bomb, but it's full of enemies in the area, so I'm going to bring Batman over so he can kick some asses.
Good idea.
So as I'm using all my heroes, I'm...
Okay, they are all active?
All active. And I'm going to move first Batman. So I got 2 move points included.
Yes.
And as you have parkour, ability, there is no cost, extra cost to move here.
Yeah, you can climb down. You've got the grappling hook, which gives you an extra 3 bonuses through parkour, so it's okay.
Then 1 move here, and to leave the area, also, as there is an enemy here.
Yeah, costs a bit more.
3rd one, and 4th to enter the room. So
Exactly.
I got 4th marker here. I'm then gonna do a melee attack.
Yeah, alright.
I'm gonna use it on your thug, as he's first on your river.
That's a good idea. And he's the only one here to be able to perform manipulations. So he's the only one to be able to prime the bomb. Yeah. That's a good idea.
And I cannot kill your
you
yet.
cannot target him.
So
he's protected.
I'm gonna allow 1 here.
Yeah.
And then, so I take my die, and as I got a taser gun, I have an extra die.
Yeah. All right. That's a good attack.
3 success. As I have a martial art ability, I also have an extra success. So
okay, that's 4.
4.
I've got 1 defense here, so I would need 3 extra successes to protect my guy. No, he's neutralized, definitely.
Perfect.
Well done.
I have the combo ability.
Yeah.
As I successfully killed your thug, I have an extra
attack on another of your opponents here. So combo level 1 grants you 1 red die, because that's your characteristic. So you can roll it and attack. Which one?
The old.
The owl. Oh, crap. All right. This one I'm gonna protect. So I will spend 2 cubes here to have 2 orange dice. Roll them. I have 2 in defense. That's really crap. So he's neutralized also. Well done.
I think I'm going to use another attack to
All right.
eliminate your brutes.
You're getting greedy. Okay.
So be 3 success, added to this martial arts 1. So 4 success.
That's 4 successes. I'm gonna try to protect it. Rolling 2 dice. Okay. Thanks. And this brute has a counter attack, level 2. So if you attack this brute and the attack is a failure, like this one, I will roll 2 yellow dice to attack you. So that's 2 successes against Batman. So you have an orange die as a defense, a free defense. You can roll more if you pay, but maybe
I think
This one is enough.
Try my luck. Unfortunately.
You can reroll it if you want, but...
No, I think it's fine.
Okay, so you just take 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
All right.
I think I'm done with Batman.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring Catwoman over. So she have 3 movement with her ability.
Yeah.
She can also leave the areas, if I'm right.
Yeah. She's elusive. Level 2 elusive, so she can ignore 2 size indexes of enemies when moving. And she has a parkour level 3, so this climb here is also kind of for free.
So we'll just have to add 2 movement
Yes.
to enter the room. So
That's Batman.
I'm here, exactly. And then I'm gonna try to neutralize the bomb.
All right.
So as there is 1 enemy, but Batman is here, I don't have...
Yeah, any hindering.
Exactly. And
You also have a munition specialist skill, which works when neutralizing a bomb. So instead of 6 successes, you will need only 5 successes. So yeah, 3 dice.
3 dice. Trying my luck
Red ones.
again.
Probably good. All right. Oh,
Only 3 successes here.
But you can reroll.
I'm gonna reroll this die.
Maybe one more.
1 more. Yes.
You want to push it? Too bad.
Too bad.
So yeah, you failed.
Next time probably. I'm gonna move Red Hood. So there is a minigun up there
Yeah.
that I'm gonna get. So
Yummy, yummy.
he have 2 free
Movement
moves.
points. Yeah.
So I'm jumping here.
Yeah. This costs you 2 to leave this area because of difficult terrain level 1.
Then I'm doing a climb up here.
All right. So this is a level 1 climb, but you have parkour level 1, so that's okay. Just 1 move point, and you go there, right?
Up there. So 2 dice, 2 cubes. I want to take the minigun, but
All
I
right.
got 6 of encumbrance maximum.
Yeah, and that weighs 6.
So I'm gonna
So-
have to drop the revolver.
Yeah, you cannot keep both. So
And-
you drop it for free.
And then I do 1 automatic manipulation
Yep.
for 1
That
cube.
works. So you take this.
I'm then gonna move up here, so I
All
have
right.
in sight a few enemies.
Yeah.
So
So
1 cube, and so I'm gonna make 1
yes.
range attack. So
Okay, perfect. On which one? So you can see by drawing line of sights this one, and there is A here and here, so you're sure you can see this one. Here, when drawing a straight line, this crosses no obstacle, so you can see this one also, and that one.
I'm gonna
Target
target
this one?
this brute.
All right.
So as I'm up here, I do believe I have an extra
Yeah.
die
You have the elevation bonus of
So-
1 yellow die.
and 2 red one that I can reroll
Yes.
with the minigun.
That's not bad.
Maybe trying to reroll this one.
All right.
I think we're good. So 7 successes.
7 successes. 2 for his defense, 1 for his life point. He's neutralized. Then you've got burst level 3, so you can take your remaining successes and put them on other targets. Inside.
We
So
use it on your
this
turn.
one, I've got 1 in passive defense and 1 life point. Okay, this one's out also. Oh, I cannot perform defenses anymore. So yeah, you can kill this one also.
I will.
Well done.
And I believe we're good.
There is still this one if you want to get rid of.
But I think I would.
He will act quite early, so you can still push your limits to take a wound and perform an action. That could be a good idea,
Yes.
if you want. Don't have to.
Maybe saving some defense for later.
Yeah?
So I think I'm good with my heroes.
All right,
Last
perfect.
thing, I will just bring all my
Yeah.
cubes back to the fatigue zone.
So you do your upkeep. And it's my turn. So I do my upkeep also. I get this here and I have a recovery value of 5, so I get 5 extra cubes. I will be able to activate 2 tiles. First one will be the thugs with firearms. They are the one that are able to prime bombs, so I will try. This one here will try this bomb. So I have in manipulation 1 white and 1 orange die. I roll them. I have to have 3 successes at least to prime the bomb. That's 2. I will perform reroll. 1 reroll. Okay. 1 more. I believe in my luck. So I replace this token by this bomb to notify that it's primed. I won't move this one. It's good here. So now this one. Now I cannot touch this one anymore. Just he's done. So this one here tries to prime the bomb also. Not so bad. I will try 1 reroll here. No, I won't push my luck. And here I will try to prime the bomb also. And no, I cannot. I can do 1 reroll. So that was my first tile. And second tile, I will shoot you a little bit. If it's okay for you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I activate my owls. I don't have any here. So this one will come here. 2 move points because that's for free. And 1 extra move point. I have in range attack yellow and orange. I can see you. There is a line of sight because of this area boundary. So I will attack Catwoman. Do you want to sacrifice Batman?
I will for this first.
You will? Oh. What a night. I will perform a reroll. I want to kill you. Yes. So that's 3 plus 1 because he's a marksman. That's 4.
For sure.
Batman takes 2 because of his sacrifice. Catwoman, yeah, has untouchable level 1, so you get rid of one success from a range attack. There is only 1 remaining. That's okay.
Only 1 more.
Then 2 more here. 1, 2, 1, 2. No. Way too expensive. I will attack Red Hood. 4. That's good. Really good.
So I have
Yeah, and you can
that protection.
pay for more.
I will also.
You've got a bat cape, so you have untouchable level 1. So that's only 3 and not 4 for you.
I would still.
Seal? Alright. Crap. A reroll maybe?
No, if he's a tough guy, I think I'm gonna
Okay, so you'll
take
take
the
3.
wounds.
That's a lot. And this one will go here and target also Red Hood. Yummy, yummy. 3 again.
3 again.
3.
So
Yep. Yeah, cool. Better.
so only
1.
only 1 wound.
So, fair enough. I will move back this one. I cannot with this one because I already choose to activate another one. So I move this one back. So you cannot kill it right now. And that's the end of my turn. So those cubes stay there. So I won't be able to perform rerolls during your turn. And only 1 defense. So that's not a lot. Now it's your turn. So moving the turn marker, and you can do your upkeep. So taking this into your fatigue. Then you can choose either to rest or to be active.
I think Catwoman is going to rest for this.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
So she will gain 5 cubes. Then I think Red Hood too will rest. And I'm going to play with Batman.
All right.
On this turn.
That works.
So I think he's going to try to neutralize the bomb.
Okay.
As we're here for that. He also have the ability.
Yeah.
So I'm going to...
So you've got
6
an exertion limit of 3, so you can only put 3. But you can push your limits by taking 1 wound and adding 1 virtual cube here, no matter the exertion limit. So if you do that, you will roll not 3 orange dice, but 4.
I think I'm going to do that, Yohann.
Yeah.
So we're sure for this time. So 4 and 5.
Here they are. Almost.
For 4, I'm going to use 1 reroll.
Yep.
I'm going to finish to neutralize this bomb.
Yeah, you can do it. Oh, no.
No luck.
No, not really lucky.
So I'm cannot perform any other action.
You can move if you want, but maybe you're good here.
No, I think I will stay. So
Yeah.
then I will have Catwoman to neutralize the bomb.
Yeah.
So it's your turn. I'm just moving back my die on the fatigue zone.
All right. The other ones haven't moved. So my upkeep. I move this. Here I take 5 cubes, and then I will activate my event. So the mission dictates that when I activate this, I will have either 5 reinforcement points or 5 reinforcement points plus I can inject Bane with his venom. So he will get dumber but much stronger. I activated already 1 bomb. He can prime bombs right now, but I think it will be better. Like this. So I change his miniature, thank you. And still I have 5 reinforcement points. So it's 2, 3, 4, and 5. This one will go there. He will be able to run to this computer to prime bombs. This one will go there, and this one here. It's scary, right? And now I will activate my brutes. No. Those brutes. So I pay 3. Move the tile here. And this brute will go there. So 3 move points. Well, they have 3, so it's okay. I have 1 black die and point blank. Meaning if I'm in your area, I can reroll for free. Once. I will attack Batman. So, no. And I can reroll 4. -1 because of your menace.
So I have 1 die and I cannot spend anything for defense.
No, so that's it. So you have 3 to defend. So 3. It's dangerous not to keep any cubes. And this one will try to finish Batman. Well, he won't be killed, but... So 3 again. Try to make a better roll.
Yeah,
that's better.
Yeah.
No, only you need 2, you keep 1. So you're not neutralized yet. And I have this one. I could go to Batman. No, I couldn't. I can't. So this one will go there and attack Red Hood. No point blank, so just, oh, 4, sorry. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So we can perform defense.
I have one here and I'm gonna do 1 defense.
Yes. Okay, cool. So you take 1 still. But that's not bad. And this one will stay here to prevent you to neutralizing all my bombs. So, I'm done. I activated my 2 tiles. I think we're okay for this start of a game. So, now I think you can play the game by yourselves. So, all I have to wish you is have fun.
Je vais me repayer une relance. Je vais t'avoir.
Ok, donc ça te fait 6 avec ton art martial. Donc là, ben, -2, il prend 4. À la limite, ça me va. Et j'ai 2 en envergure. Du coup, ça te coûte 2 de plus de sortir. De toute façon, je t'aurai. Donc,
On va rester là.
Bon, vous avez fini de jouer? Il y a du boulot là.
Ah oui, on peut pas finir quoi. Bon, ok, c'est vrai. T'as un peu raison quand même.